Hello, my dear Cancer. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between February 16 to February 28, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. If you want to support my channel, you can click the ad in the beginning of the video or watch it for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. Thank you. I'm very grateful for all of your support and all of you watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I now have 25,000 subscribers and 100,000 viewers every time I put up my generals. It's really amazing, and I'm a bit afraid nowadays to put out those videos because it's a little bit pressure to talk in front of so many people. But remember, I would be nothing without you, and you make me really happy to be able to do what I really love. So know my gratitude for you. So I now use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. So I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and I call the six elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Cancer. So I want my dear Cancer viewers to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to find yourself walking on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I also want to take the chance to tell you about the new moon, February 26th. It will be located at the same side of the earth as the sun. And this day we will also have an annular solar eclipse. The moon is too far away from the earth to completely cover the sun. But it will be resulting in a ring of light around the darkened moon. So this eclipse will be visible throughout parts of South America and also southeastern Africa. Okay, my dear Cancer, so here's your reading. I will just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so this is your future. This is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the second half of February 2017, but whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you is Seven of Coins. So Seven of Coins is like you have been putting in a lot of effort to a project, a relationship, a work or something. And now it's kind of time to step back a little bit, or to, not work as hard because the grass needs to grow by its own accord. It's also that you need to let things up to divine timing. So there might be a time where actually things are maybe not moving ahead as fast as you would like, or it's a time where you need a little patience. There's a lot of potential here, but and the seed seems very fully grown, but this haven't come to bloom yet or become to fruition. So there needs a little time to grow. Things need to be settled in the right place, and hopefully then things will move on. And this is in the past. So here we have the sun and all the planets, and the sun is of course what's needed to make this happen. And the sun is also kind of a picture of your own soul. So something needs to mature, something needs to, I think you just need to kind of tune into yourself, be with yourself, try to nurture yourself, do happy things that's put a little light and love in your life, and just watch things grow by its own accord. Everything doesn't have to be like a race or something that needs to be done. Try to take things more like they come in a more like orderly fashion. Like let some things solve by itself. Try to just go with the flow a little bit here. So the sun is going to do the work for you to grow these things, what you needed in your life, what you are searching for. So here you have a Nine of Pentacles as well, showing the beautiful outcome of this kind of enlightenment in your life with the sun and all the work that you have put down. Nine of Coins is actually like, it's kind of your own paradise that you have created for yourself by your own means, together with the divine, of course. And it's your own inner paradise. It's kind of when you nurture yourself, when you love yourself, when you give yourself time to grow, when you put effort into yourself. This is going to reflect also on the outside world. When you create an inner paradise, you're going to find a reflection of it in your outside world. So when you love yourself and respect yourself, other people is going to love and respect you too. It seems like a very prosperous time for you, where things are growing, things are coming to you in a very happily manner. It's just luck upon luck, it seems. It seems like you have a lot of good fortune right now, and it comes from the work that you have been putting down on your own life and in what you want to achieve. And then the divine helps the one that helps themselves. So here you also have a Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups showing a prosperous situation where you actually can find a lot of support from your surrounding. We also have the Sunflower here, kind of talking about the sun. So it seems like it's a cozy place of rest with this fiery stove. A stove is, of course, the heart of the house. Warmth coming from there, and we see this is a cat and a dog together. So the cat is usually the feminine, and the dog is the masculine. The cat isn't as easily to train or to make them following like things that you tell to cats. They will just look at you as if you were stupid. But dogs wants to be loyal. They wants to do to make other people happy. So and you have the divine masculine here hanging as a symbol there, and you also have the symbol of sorry, it's looking like sorry, it's Pisces, of course. Yes, it's Pisces. I'm confused. And there's a lot of cups here, making a homey feeling to it all. So it seems like you have beautiful, cozy moments, both with loved ones and by yourself. It looks like you can thrive in both those situations. Maybe you have gotten some... it's like you have become more self-sufficient with this Nine of Coins, showing your beautiful inner garden, like you can make yourself very satisfied. And you also have the cat here, also a symbol of self gratification and taking care of oneself, believing in oneself, and also the dog showing loyalty and the stove showing warmth. So it seems like you both can be self-sufficient and also thrive within relationships. So very, very beautiful. The next card for you is the High Priestess. That's a little bit more complicated symbol, this. The High Priestess has a pomegranate in her hand. It has a lot of stories to this. Some people say that this pomegranate was actually what Adam and Eve ate in the Paradise Garden. But it stands for fertility and like many ideas. You have a script role here. It's kind of teaching or learning or memories. And she also have like all the celestial... the star celestial round around her head like a halo. Very beautiful. And also an owl here, depicting her wisdom and the moon. So it might be that you have, during this stillness, this happy time, you have kind of opened up for some greater knowledge or some ancient memories. You don't always have to go through darkness and devastation to find your higher wisdom. Sometimes you can just heighten your vibration, making yourself happy, making yourself thrive in the current situation. You should always acknowledging the truth, see the truth of your situation. But here it seems like you have been heightening your vibration to self-love and to knowing like you have done everything that you can for now. And it seems like you need to just settle and let things have its own course, and you will have a lot of things coming out from this, kind of awakening you and making you aligned with spirits. She has Hathor Isis symbol also here in her forehead, and some mystical tattoos in her face. And there's also a symbol of star, a pentagram, and she's almost totally immersed in water. Very beautiful, a picture of a person being very in tune with their own feelings and knowing them to be the truth and the right way to go. It's like I feel very relaxation here, like you finally can trust yourself and your own instincts, and letting them take you towards a very, like your highest destiny, or to a very happy place. So this seems to be a good foundation for starting something new, because it seems like you have been very balanced and have time to rest and have time to enjoy life, and had time to have some luxury and some continuous safety within relationships, and also like this feeling of enlightenment and being like very in tune with your soul. So that seems very beautiful. And here's the now, and of course trouble always comes. And here's the Five of Swords. So Five of Swords is a tricky card. It's energies that we have in our lives where that's not so harmonious. You see here that this is kind of a conqueror, someone that has won over some other person. Maybe it's something to do with prestige, or maybe you need to kind of show others that you are up for some kind of difficult challenge. Maybe you need to, maybe you feel like you need to perform in the face of others. It seems like you have gone here in your beautiful heaven, like having things done in your own accord, like with your own divine timing, not feeling very stressed, feeling like everything like just falls into place. And then comes this harmony, this energy of this harmony. So it feels like you have some pressure on you right now, and maybe people want you to perform or achieve, or you might feel like you're not good enough in the eyes of others. You might feel humiliated. This is also a person grasping for possession, maybe wants to steal energy from others, like showing themselves being better than others and things like this. So the Five of Swords is a card about maybe the consciousness with human beings that we are kind of not really liking just now, that we want to change. This with imperialism and kind of stealing other people's stuff and countries, and also this where we are whipping ourselves to perform in a manner that's not really coming natural for us. And not being in our highest interest. So it seems like you had a time where you could be much yourself, and maybe now you need to buckle up and kind of go into the old routine of having a lot of work and a lot of pressure onto you. So the next card is the Knight of Coins, and it comes underneath the sun. So the Knight of Coins, it has like these horns. Horns are kind of Taurus, Aries, Capricorn, the horned star sign. And here we have two horses, kind of wild horses, playing in an open field in a forest, like in a little meadow in a forest. And Knight of Coins is like a steady moving energy forward. It has this lust for life, but it's not really hasty. It's more like this everyday motion. So maybe even if you feel a little pressed, even if you feel like you need to perform something, maybe you can use what you have learned in your in the time that has passed up to recent. Take things a little bit slower. Maybe everything not need to be happening just today. It's something where you need to put your light on, your awareness. Be aware of with what haste you are moving in. maybe you should take things more like step by step, more calmly. The Knight of Coins is sometimes depicted like a turtle, and they are not moving very hasty. And here you have wild horses. They are more energetic, but they play. So maybe you can, you don't have to, be this hardworking person all the time. Maybe you can take rest and play. And the Knight of Coins do have determination, like the Five of Swords, but it's more like it has a greater, longer time span on which it can perform. So I think we're talking about stress here, because it seems like you have been working on getting yourself into a level where you are not stressing but actually enjoying life. And here comes a little bit stress again, and a little bit like competition and things going on. And maybe things are moving forward right now. And here we have Justice. It's Libra, calling really centered, showing us that balance is needed. So I think this with no stress could be a really good idea. Even if you have to perform something, try to keep the inner balance, which you know that you can have and which you have memories of having. Try to find this inner peace also in stressful situation. Nothing is being thoroughly done if you are stressing it or pressing it. Maybe you, if you take things more, slow it down a little bit, you will perform better, and take it's some pieces from what you're supposed to do, and concentrate on one little piece in the time, so you don't have to have the whole picture, like the whole week or the whole month's schedule in front of you, but actually taking just small parts of it, trying to not have the bigger view on this, because that might start to freak you out, and we want you to keep the balance here. So balance is about justice as well. If someone is kind of attacking you or putting pressure onto you, or you feel a competitive situation, try to make balance also in that situation. You can calm things down with diplomatic remarks like, okay, I hear what you're saying, I will try to fix this, or okay, you can cool down, we get on top on this problem. So it seems like you want to keep this beautiful balance that you had before, and you can keep it also in a stressful situation, but you need to be more mindful, you need to be more awake, more aware. When you are going on in your daily business, maybe having like your own business or working creatively from home or something, things are going like in a very beautiful, smooth way. But when you are going out and in a more hectic kind of work life or a more competitive environment, it might be harder to keep yourself on track with your own soul and with your own inner clock, because especially in Western society, we have been slave to time. And here it seems like you were not slave to time, even if time is depicted in many cards. It seems like you let yourself have the time which you needed. And here it's getting more pressure, maybe more time scarcity. And there's a challenge in this, because you are supposed to maybe slow down time and take things like one thing at a time, so you don't forget about this beautiful balance which you had made for yourself. So, and here we have a Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is a very fiery person. It comes underneath the Ten of Cups, so it might be this catty feeling that we had with you here, because the Queen of Wands is rather feisty, not someone that you can rule over, and she's also very creative. So maybe you have gotten tired also of the cozy homey thingies. Maybe you need more, challenges, more exercises, more being more goal oriented. Maybe you have some fire built up in you which you need to use. But it's very good to still have this balance. So Queen of Wands can also show that you in your relationship has been more in self-respect. You are not taking crap anymore from anyone else, and if they are trying to push you, they will find out that they have been pushing you, because the Queen of Wands, she's very compassionate, she's very warm and gentle, but if people step over her boundaries, they will know this, because she don't compromise herself. She believes in herself. She has her own authority, and you have her here together with the Nine of Coins and the High Priestess and the Justice card. All those things, all those cards is talking about utter self-respect. So I think this is one key to keep yourself balanced also when challenges comes. And here we have an Ace of Cups coming underneath the High Priestess. So as a watery sign, Cancer, I think you can trust your feelings. Maybe you have felt like over emotional, or like feeling like you are too fragile to the world, or taking in too much of people's energy, or getting tired too quick, or things like this. But actually, this is your superpower, this with water. This is keeping you in tune. So while you are getting tired when you are kind of being together with others, and or are being in a work situation where you need to perform and things like this, is because you are taking in much more information than a common person would do, because you have all those information coming through your waters. So you will not only hear what your co-workers will say, you will also feel what they are feeling. So that's taking in twice as much information than a normal person. And it's the same in all your relationship, also the intimate relationship, that you will know things, even if your partner are not telling you, or your children are not telling you, or your family is not telling you. You will know when something is wrong, and you will know like about what it can be about as well. So, and here we have the Soul that has gone down in this cup. So it's kind of your soul is very connected with your inner source, with your watery experience. And you have two fishes here, kind of depicting Pisces. You have also a lot of fishes here and they are coexisting, and they are communicating in very beautiful patterns. You can see like big I don't know the name for many fishes together, but big it's not flocks of fishes, I know this, but sorry. But when many fishes moving together, they are moving like they know what the other fish is going to do. So they are moving like, one figure, almost like one fish, because they have this telepathic communication through water, which you also have. Your instincts, your intuition, your feelings. So this is, as I said, your superpower. And it seems like you're also getting very strong, in a sense that you are not thinking anymore that you're over emotional, but you're actually like knowing that this is your superpower, and you're getting more defensive about yourself. You're not going to sacrifice yourself, or play the game of, oh, yes, I know something is wrong with me, I'm over emotional, things. You are not going to play this game anymore. Actually, you are going to stick up for yourself, because you know now how self-love feels, and what you need to do to take care of yourself. You have a Knight of Coins here depicting Earth person, or maybe an Aries as well. And here you have a Queen of Wands. That's usually Aries, but it can be any kind of fire person. And I think it's actually you, being more determined to stand up for yourself and your own beliefs and your own temperament as well. You are not going to say, I'm sorry for feeling in certain ways. You are going to believe more in yourself and think like, okay, I feel this, then it must be true. So it's like not questioning yourself so much anymore. And here we have the future, and here we actually have the Emperor. That's Aries again. So Aries is the head. So something is going on with your head, I guess, or your leadership qualities, or your creative qualities. Maybe you have been in a kind of a stalemate with the Seven of Coins, like things has gone on in its ordinary fashion and not much has happened. And here you are standing in front of a challenge, and when you are challenged, the Emperor is a very good card to have, because the Emperor is also very much in his authority as the Queen of Wands, since they are kind of depicting the same star sign. And you have the eagle here, like seeing things from above. And this person is not distrusting their own authority. They know what they want for their kingdom. They know their empire's own like weaknesses and strengths and things like this. So you know yourself. You know what you want. You know your weaknesses and strengths. So align with yourself and decide what you want to achieve, because it seems like there's going on some kind of awakening, new achievement, something that you want to be, that you want to do. It might be a masculine influence here, like you developing your masculine side. Even if you are a masculine person, a male, sometimes you need to develop also your masculine sides, becoming more decisive, becoming more aligned with yourself, and not beating around the bush so much, but actually going straight for the target. And here we have the moon. So the moon is Cancer. So we have somewhat different energies here. The Emperor is very decisive, direct, doesn't have so much questions. The moon is full of questions. Why do I feel like this? Why is this emotion coming right now? Why do I feel angry at this time? What do I want to have? Do I like this? Do I like that? So it's another type of energy. This is very decisive. I like this. It's like a conservative person, knowing what kind of politics they like. They know what kind of food they like, what newspaper they want to read, where they want to go, where they don't want to go, how they want people to act, how they don't want people to act. This one is more searching, like Cancer. Like, I don't know what I feel. Maybe I feel like this today, or maybe I will feel like this other thing. And maybe I have the energy to do this, or maybe I won't have this energy to do this. And we see here there's a triangle going down in a square or a block. That's actually soul going down in a male existence. So we both have males indicated in those in the Aries symbol and in this symbol. But here we have the feminine. And two dogs watching the entrance between those Egyptian pillars with the birds, showing wisdom. And here is the moon that has recorded all your wants and needs and feelings and all your memories up to now. So it stores all your knowledge. So it's like you're in tune with not your head, but actually your feelings. So maybe this is what's need to be balanced in you. Your head and your feelings. Maybe one can support the other. Maybe they don't have to be a split anymore. Maybe you are working on uniting them, being able to perform or reaching goals that you want and that's in tune with your soul. That's one example. Being able to work things out with divine timing, like you know that things are going to happen in the right time, and the Emperor knows what they are going to do when the right time comes. So you can do some kind of cooperation between those two energy, getting the justice, the balance here. It doesn't have to be one way or the other. You can create something new with those two opposites. The next card is the Eight of Coins, and it comes underneath Nine of Coins and Justice. So yes, you have had like kind of a paradisic time in your life where you have been maybe working on self-fulfillment, trying to find some inner peace and an inner place of creation. Nine of Coins is also a very luxurious card. It's like where you have probably a lot of riches. With the Eight in different kind of ways. With the Eight, it's more like you need to work hard. You need to put in some effort. Here things just came to you, but here you need to work and you need to figure things out and you need to calculate and you need to try new things and you need to make mistakes and try it again. So it might be like you're working very hard, or you're studying, or you're trying to you try to do this personal growth with the Emperor and the Moon. Like, how will I ever make them cooperate? Maybe you see that this person is not he's a bit troubled, but he's not really sad. He's more like, well, how will I figure this out? How will I do this? Maybe you're studying, or your own self, or a certain relationship, or your own behavior when it comes to creativity, or maybe you are actually solving some work-related problem here. So you see the 7 of coins, the Knight of coins, the 8 of coins. Something is being built here in a slow going phase. It seems to be like a thing that's happening over long periods of time. So I don't think you need to stress that much. What you can rely on is your Queen of Wands and the High Priestess, like your own inner guidance and your own inner wisdom and all the experience that you have already achieved up to now. Both the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess is a lot with memories and past experience. They have built on the Akasha Chronicle of the human beings. It's the Queen of Wands has lived many, many lifetimes. The High Priestess has probably existed for eons, also in other dimensions. So it's like you have a project and you have support of your intuition, of all your memories, of all your past experience. So it seems like it will, it will sort itself out in divine timing, and you can rely on your inner resources to fix this. And here you also have the Queen of Cups, and that's of course you, that's Cancer. Again with the fishes that we can see in your Ace of Cups here. Your emotion will also help you, to guide you. Maybe you don't need to hammer everything out in your head, or make every decision logical, or solve every problem logical. Probably you have much more use of your emotions when it comes to problem solving and making things just, and finding your inner paradise and your own kind of balance point. It seems like the closest access you have is to your emotions. Both those is Cancer. It's you. As I said, it's your superpower. So don't disregard your feelings when it comes to things. Maybe you can save yourself a lot of work and a lot of investment by just saying, okay, I will follow my intuition, and my intuition says this. Okay, I will go with it. I will trust it. And this hard process with problem solving is just solved. And the next card is Three of Swords, and it comes underneath those strong women with the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands, and also cornering the Queen of Cups, and underneath the Ace of Cups. So it's like finally you will sort out this problem of you not being good enough. It's heartbreaking when you have been trying to fit yourself into a world that's very masculine and square, when you actually are more emotional and feminine in your ways. The Three of Swords is an old hurt. It's some old memories, and it's very connected with your feminine side and your heart space and your emotions. So it seems like it's a time when balance is needed, when you're going to build up balance between who you really are and what the world wants you to be. The Emperor, this head thing, the logic mind, is good. You can use it. But to have access to all of your memories, all your experience in one heartbeat, that's your superpower. So you don't need to think so much. You don't need to batter all things through your head. Sometimes you can just, achieve things like magic, just by, contacting your inner wise self. Okay, so I will take some cards for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, particularly looking at the Three of Swords, like how we can help you to overcome this feeling of not being good enough in the eyes of the world. Okay, so we have the Queen of Light and the Shadow Queen. That's two queens from different realms. One is from the shadow and one is from the light. This is a completion process. It's justice as well here. Yin and Yang. So you need both. You need your logic and your light, and you need sometimes to go down in speed and maybe resting to get to know those things that's more deeply rooted. When we ask people how they usually solve their problems, some people, they solve their everyday problem like they just solve them like this, finding the most logical answer and going with it. But sometimes they need to sleep on it, and then this is what's happening when you're sleeping on it. You are letting your subconscious processes working on a certain problem, acquiring knowledge. And then you can pick up solutions from the bottom of your subconscious. Your brain is making calculation which you cannot do with your awakened mind. So this could be a beautiful compromise, a beautiful cooperation, a beautiful situation where you're actually using all your powers and not disregarding one of them as more or less than the other. But actually it seems like you are going to be both. You are going to use both. You also have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. That's totally different elements. This is water and this is fire. So it seems like, and you have also the Emperor and the Moon and Justice. So it's a lot of cards talking about this, of you becoming more whole, of you having more access to more of your different side. You don't have to be one way or the other. You can have the whole picture. You can have all of your qualities. And then we will take the past from the past life oracle card to see what has been building up to this situation for Cancer. Okay, so it's your own inner wisdom and personal growth. What we saw in the first row of cards, this with you starting to accept yourself and knowing yourself, accepting your own wisdom, accepting your own authority, your own knowing, kind of integrating this in your own persona. And we also have the Orphan here, talking a little bit about this, like what you need to do in the eyes of the world to become accepted, and to get your needs met and be loved and things like this. Maybe you don't have to do this anymore. Maybe you can be yourself and still be loved. Maybe you can become more and more yourself every day and love yourself more and more, and therefore becoming more and more loved as well. So I think you are going to solve this now, this feeling that you have that's kind of deeply rooted in you, where you don't feel good enough. I think this is your next assignment. First, to combine both your different energies and using them, actually making them cooperate with each other. And this is going to make you more strong, and also it will make you respect yourself more. And I think this will heal just by that, just by you becoming more in your self-respect, accepting yourself as you are, and seeing all the valuable traits with your different gifts, even if they make you a bit different from others. To be different is actually to be unique and having unique powers, which are beneficial for the world and for everyone. For certain people having certain personality traits which you can't find elsewhere. That's something to treasure. Okay, so my dear Cancer, thank you for watching this far, and I hope you will have a really good month and that you will take good care of yourself. And I also hope to see you again in the beginning of Mars. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.